Good morning, good morning. I think it's just still morning. So today, welcome to my Monday messages. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, a QTT coach practitioner and energy alchemist. And my message this week is around how in these times, more than perhaps other times, we may be reaching for the tools, the kind of spiritual and energetic tools that we have found useful in the past to support us and to enable us to fully feel all the range of emotions that we may be feeling, and to navigate that terrain and hopefully to find something that feels like balance, something that enables us to both be aware of some very deep, painful feelings that may be coming up from the collective, and never to forget that we can also feel joy, beauty, enjoyment, gratitude, all of those things. We can still remain in our human, and one of the beautiful things about that is the ability to, and the capacity to feel multiple things, sometimes at the same time. And it's all okay. So I wanted to focus on the tools that we reach for that enable us to do that, either for ourselves or for others, hopefully both. So I'm talking about things like crystals and pieces of tree, wood, stones, practices, rituals, anything really that we may have reached for in the past. And I am inviting you today to have a little think about why those tools are so valuable to us and what we're actually imbuing them with, if you like. So, as I said in the post with this video, I'm very much in mind of that famous scene from the film Dumbo with the magic feather, where Dumbo believes completely that the reason he is flying is because of this magic feather. And he sets off and flies and is full of, all the joys of that while he's holding the feather. And then, oh my God, the feather drops and his belief drops with it. And as the feather falls, so does he. And it's only when he is convinced that actually the feather is nothing to do with what he's doing and that he is actually flying himself with no need of the feather, that he actually then works out, yes, actually, that's me, that's my power. I can fly, whether I have a magic feather or not. And that's really, in essence, what I'm talking about when we use these devices. And I want to actually state from the off that I love my spiritual tools. I have crystals all over the place that I just adore. I have little arrangements of natural things that I've picked up that when I look at them, they're almost like a vision board, because they're just a reminder. They're a shortcut for me to get into a really lovely, nourishing state that I can do just by looking at them or just by feeling them. There's a crystal I have here, actually. I mean, I've got lots of crystals, but this lump of rose quartz, it sits on my desk while I'm doing Zooms. Sometimes I find myself just reaching out and putting my hands on it. And it centers me, it brings me back to my heart space. So I suppose it is a reminder, it's a shortcut to enable me to transition from one state to another, or to enhance a state. I know that I can do that when I'm conscious of it. I know I can do that without the stone. So it's not the quartz that I am giving my power away to. I know that's me. I know that my belief and my intention and my perspective, my mindset, if you like, is where the real power lies. And I also value these tools to help me transition into that state quicker, perhaps, than I might do if I was doing it on my own. I don't know, depends on the situation. But I'm not outsourcing my power and my ability to change my state, or to sustain my state, or whatever that might be, to that crystal. You know, if you took all my crystals away tomorrow, and you took my, all the various little bits and bobs that I have around the place that give me pleasure and also enable me to do that, or it can sometimes completely subconscious transition from one state to another, I would still be able to do it. It may be that at the moment, if you're kind of early on, maybe in your journey, and that's got nothing to do with age, by the way, then you may be feeling as Dumbo did to begin with. I can't do it without them. It's them, those things that enable me to do whatever I need to do. So I just wanted to, and that's not without value, I'm not dissing that at all. I'm just inviting you, I suppose, to reconnect with the knowledge that the power lies within us. We've always had it. We just got disconnected from it. And we are gradually finding our way back. And that these natural tools, because they do tend to be natural tools, it's not going to be a lump of plastic often. They are doorways, windows, shortcuts, to us being able to reconnect with ourselves and with our own power. So, it's just really today, the message is to just have a think about that and have a ponder on it. And if you think you are feeling that you can't change your state, or you can't, do anything without certain tools, then, start exploring why that might be the case. What are you doing by believing that? Because it is all about belief, our intention, our perspectives. And whilst I do know that every single thing on this planet has an energetic pattern, and that's why things affect us either positively or negatively, and we affect them, we also can be denying our own powers when we imbue those other objects, those external objects, with powers that actually belong to us. And that quote that Marianne Williamson, I think, made about, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's, the thing that scares us is our own capacities, our own power. Somebody can pop in the comments what the quote is, but I can't look it up at the moment. And And that can be true, that there's still a sort of disconnect between what we are actually all capable of and what we've actually been unplugged from for a long time. And many of us at the moment are stepping closer and closer and closer towards really owning and being sovereign in that power. And if those tools help us to do that, amazing. And I invite you to recognize that they are just tools, and that when we own the power that resides within us, it is transformative, not only to us, but to everyone around us. So let's step into our power, whatever that is. And it may feel slightly uncomfortable, to just even be entertaining the idea that you're powerful and that you're sovereign and that you have the power to change things and transform things, but you do. So I would welcome any comments on that. And also, I'd love to know whether you've got a favourite little tool that you do, or perhaps it's a ritual, or something that you just look at and it enables you to step into your most powerful self, or your most peaceful self even. You might inspire somebody else by doing so. So do pop those in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm wishing you a very empowered, peaceful, respectful, loving, and feeling week. Thank you.